Hey guys, my name is Vinay. Welcome to Project Vinay. And this is a documentary where I'm documenting myself till I reach my goals. My goal is to build my own brand, to build my own personal brand, to build my own empire, to build my own business, and to improve my skills. Currently, we are focusing on my communication skills. So, we are reading a book called The Almanac of Nava Ravikant, and we read till page number 82 yesterday, and today is 8th February 2026, and this is part 6 of reading a book, or day 6 of reading a book. So let's start from where we left yesterday. Okay. Uh, but getting lucky would help, right? Just recently, Babak Babak Nevi, my co-founder, and I were talking on Twitter about how one gets lucky. How how one gets lucky. So yeah, let me say check the angle. So I will say this is fine. And they are really four kinds of luck we were talking about. The first kind of luck, what's it? The first kind of luck is blind luck, where one just gets lucky because somebody completely out of their control happened. This include fortune, fact, etc. Fate, fate, etc. Then they are lucky through persistence, hard work, hustle, and motion. This is when you are running around creating opportunities. You are generating a lot of energy. You are doing a lot to st- stirring up. It's almost like mixing a petri dish or mixing a bunch of reagents and seeing what combines. You are just generating enough focus, hustle, and energy for luck to find you. A third way is you becoming very good at spotting luck. If you are very skilled in a field, you will notice when a lucky break happens in your field, and other people who aren't attuned to it won't notice. So you became sensitive to luck. Uh, the last kind of luck is the weirdest, hardest kind, where you build a unique character, a unique brand, a unique mindset, which cost luck to find you. For example, let's say you are the best person in the world, a deep sea uh, divi- divan. You are known to take on deep sea dives. Nobody else will even dare to attempt. But for sheer luck, somebody finds a sunken treasure ship of the coast. Coast they can't get to. Well, they are lucky just because you are lucky, because they are going to come to you to get to the treasure, and you are going to get paid for it. This can extreme example, but it shows how one person had blind luck finding the treasure, and then coming to you to extract it and get you a half is not blind luck. You create your own luck. You put yourself in a position to capitalize on luck or to attract luck when nobody else create the opportunity for themselves. To get rich without getting lucky, we want to deterministic. We don't want to leave it to change. Ways to get lucky. Hope luck find you. Hustle until you stumble into it. People prepare the mind and be sensitive to change miss others miss. Because the best at what you do, refine what you do until this is true. Opportunity will seek you out. Luck became your destiny. It starts becoming so deterministic it stop being luck. The definition starts fading for lucky to destiny. To summarize the 14 type fourth type, building your character in a certain way that your character character became your destiny. One of the things I think is important to make money is having a reputation that makes people do deals through you. Remember the example of being a great div- divine. I have to search this meaning. Diver. D. Once again. Diver. Diver. Oh shit, my bad. Diver. Remember being the example of being a great diver where treasure hunter will come and give you a piece of treasure for your diving skills. Diving skills. if you are a treasure, if you are trustly, reliable, high integrity, long term thinker, deal maker, when other people want to do deal but don't know how how to do them in a trustworthy manner with strangers, they will literally approach you and give you a cut of deal just because of the integrity and reputation you are built up. Warren Buffett gets often offered deals to buy companies, but warrants bail out, bail out banks and do things other people can't do because of this reputation, because of his reputation. Of course he has accomplished on the line, and he has a strong brand on the line. Your character and your reputation are things you can build, which will let you take advantage of opportunities other people may characterize as lucky. But you know it's unlucky. It wasn't luck. My co-founder Nivi said, in a long-term game, it seems that everybody is making each other rich, and in a short-term game, it seems like everybody is making themselves rich. It, I think, uh, yeah, I think that is a brilliant formulation. In a long-term game, it's positive. Some we are all baking the pie together. We are trying to make it as big as possible, and in the short term game we are cutting up the pie. How important is networking? I think business networking is a complete waste of time, and I know there are people and companies popularizing this concept because it serves them and does their business model well. But the reality is, if you are building something interesting, you will always have more people who will want to know you. Trying to build business relation well in advance of doing business is a complete waste of building business relationship well in advance of doing business is a complete waste of time. I have a I have a much more comfortable philosophy. Be a maker who makes something interesting people want. So your craft, practice your craft, and the right people will eventually find you. And once you meet somebody, how do you determine if you can trust someone? What signals do you pay attention to? If somebody is talking, sorry for the background noise, their crackers they are bursting. If somebody is talking, why it's happened when I start recording? Okay, it's okay. If somebody is talking a lot about how honest they are probably dishonest. That is just a little telltale telltale indication I will learn. Uh, when somebody spends too much time talking about their own values, or they are talking themselves up, they are covering from something. Sharks eat well but live a life surrounded by sharks. I have great people in my life who are extremely successful, very dis- desirable, like everybody wants to be their friend. Very. smart, yet seems them do one or two things slightly not not great to other people. The first time I will say, hey, I don't think you should do this to that other person, not because you won't get away with it, you will get away with it. It's but because it was will hurt you in the end. Not in some cosmic karma kind of way, but I believe deep down we all know who we are. You can't hide anything from yourself. Your own failures are written within your. Uh, I have to search this one. P Y sorry Psy psyche. I thought within your psyche, and they are observed to you, obvious to you. If you have too much of those moral shortcomings, you will not respect yourself. The worst outcome in this world is not having self-esteem. If you don't love yourself, who will? I think you just have to be very careful about doing things you are fundamentally not going to be proud of, because this will damage you. The first time someone act this way, I wa- I will warn them. But then the way nobody changes, and then I just distance myself from them. I cut them off of my life. I just want have this saying inside my head that the closer you want to get to me, the better your value have to be, and the place to stand. Give me a leave long enough, and I will move the earth. There is a diagram here which I was reading. Yeah, they wrote that, and I will move the earth and a place to stand. Give me a leave long enough. Be patient. One thing I figured out later in life is generally at last in the tech business in Silicon Valley, great people have great outcomes. You just have to be patient. Every every person I met at the beginning of my career 20 years ago, where I looked at them and said, "Wow, that guy or a girl is super capable, so smart and dedicated." All of them, almost without exception, becoming extremely successful. You just have to give them a lot enough scale. I never happened in the time scale you want or they want, but it does help happen. Apply specific knowledge with leverage, and eventually you will get what you deserve. It takes time. Even once you have all of those pieces in place, there is an indeterminate amount of time you have to put in. If you are counting, you will run out of patience before success actually arrives. Apply specific knowledge with leverage, and eventually you will get what you deserve. Everybody wants to get richer immediately, but the world is an efficient place. Immediate doesn't work. You do have to put in the time. You do have to put in the heart, and so I think you have to put yourself in the position with the specific knowledge, with accountability, with leverage, with the authentic skill set you have to be the best in the world at what you do. You have to enjoy it and keep doing it and keep doing it. Don't keep track and don't keep count up, because if you do, you will run out of time. The most common bad advice I hear is you are too young. Most of history will built by young people. This just get got credit when they were older. The only way to truly learn something is by doing it. Yes, learning to gu- guidance, but don't wait. People are oddly consistent. Karma is just you repeating your patent virtues and flaws until you finally get what you deserve. Always pay it forward and don't keep count. People are oddly consistent. Karma is just you repeating your pattern. Okay, that's okay. This is not to say it easy. It's not easy. It's actually really freaking hard. It is the hardest thing you will do, but it's also rewarding. Look at the kid who are born rich. They have no meaning to their life. Your your real resume is just a catalog of all your stuff. If I ask you to describe your real life to yourself, and you look back from your deathbed at the interesting things you have done, it's all going to be around the sacrifice you made, the harder thing you did. However, everything you are going you are given doesn't mean you have your four limbs, your brain, your head, your skin. That's all for granted. You have to do hard things anyway to create yourself own meaning in life. Making money is fine. Things to choose. Go struggle. It is hard. I'm not going to say it's easy. It's really hard, but the tool all available. It's all out there. Money, but you money buys you freedom in the material world. It's not going to make you happy. It's not going to solve your health problems. It's not going to make your family great. It's not going to make you fit. It's not going to make you calm, but it will solve a little lot of external problems. It's a reasonable step to go ahead and make money. what makes money will what making money will do is solving your money problems. It will remove a set of things that could get in the way of being happy, but it is not going to make you happy. Make, I know many very wealthy people who are unhappy most of the time. The person you have to become to make money is, yeah, let's start. I know many wealthy people who are unhappy. Most of the time, the person you have to become to make money is highly anxious, high stressed, high working, competitive people. When you have done that for 20, the 3, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and you suddenly make money, you can't turn it off. You trained yourself to be highly anxious people, then you have to learn how to be happy. Let get you rich first. I will practically pract, uh, i I'm very practical about it. Becoming your Buddha was a prince. He started off really rich, then he got to go off in the wood. In the old days, if you want to be peaceful inside, you would become a monk. You would give up everything, renown, sex, child, money, politics, science, technology, everything, and you want to go out in the woods, be yourself. You have to give everything up to be free inside. Today, with this wonderful invention called money, you can store it in the bank. You can work really hard, do great things for society, and society will give you money for things it wants but does not know how to get. You can save money, you can live a little below your means, and you can find a certain freedom that will give you the time and energy to pursue your own internal peace and happiness. I believe the solution to making everything happy is to give them what they want. Let's get them all rich. Let's get them all fit and healthy. Then get them all happy. Amazing how many people confuse wealthy and wisdom. Okay, till we completed the chapter. I guess yeah, we completed the chapter. This much big. Yeah, this much. Building wealth. In this chapter, so let we read the next chapter. Should we read the next chapter? Yeah, we can read. I guess. Building judgment. There is no shortcut to smart. Judgment. If you want to make the maximum amount of time, maximum amount of money possible, if you want to get rich over your life in deterministically predictable way, stay on the bleeding edge of the trend and study technology, design, and art. Became really good at something. You don't get rich by spending your time to save money. You get rich by saving your time to make money. Hard work is really overrated. How hard you work matter a lot less in the modern economy. What is underrated? Judgment is underrated. Can you really define judgment? My definition of wisdom is knowing the long term consequence of your action. Wisdom applied to extreme problems is judgment. They are highly linked, knowing the long term consequence of your action and then making the right decision to capitalize on them. In an age of leverage, one correct decision can win everything. Without hard work, you will develop nothing judgment, not leverage. You have to put in the time, but the judgment is more important. The direction you heading in the matter more than how fast you move, especially when leverage picking the direction you are heading in for every decision is far more important than how much focus you apply. Just pick the right decision direction to start walking in and start walking. How to check think clearly. A clear thinker is better complement than smart. Real knowledge is in I have to search this word. In P R I N S I C P R
Intrinsic. Intrinsic.
intrinsic. A belonging natural essence. Intrinsic. A real knowledge is intrinsic, and it's built from the grounded, ground up. To use a max example, you can't understand trigonometry without understanding the arithmetic and geometry. Basically, if someone is using a lot of fancy words and a lot of uh, comp- big concepts, they probably don't know what they are talking about. I think the smarter people can example. Sorry for the background noise. Okay. Basically, if somebody is usually basically if someone is using a lot of fancy words and a lot of a big concept, they probably don't know what they are talking about. I think the smart people can't things explain things to a child. If you can't explain it to a child, then you don't know it. It's a common saying and it's very true. Richard Friendman very famously does this in 6 easy pieces. One of his early physics lecture, he basically explained mathematics in 3 pages. He starts from the number line counting and then he goes all the way up to pre-calculus. He just built it up through an unbroken chain of logic. He does not rely on any definition. The real smart things are thinkers or clear thinkers. They understand the basic at a very fundamental level. I would rather understood the basic really well. The memorize all kinds of complex complicated concept I can't stitch together and can't drive from the basic. If you can't read, but I would search this. Read, read, RIB to driven again. Dri-
Rederive.
I can't stitch together. Can't read derive from basics. If you can't re-derive concepts from the basics as you need them, you are lost. You are just memorizing the advanced concept in the field or less proven. We use them to signal inside the knowledge, but we do better of nailing the basics. Clear thinkers appeal to their own authenticity. Part of making effective decisions boiling down to dealing with uh, uh, reality. Part of making efficient decision boiling down to dealing with reality. How do you make sure you are dealing with reality when you are making decisions but not making a strong sense of self or judgment or mind present presence? The monk mind will always respond with this I have to search this word. REGURGITATED.
Regurgitated.
Wow, what does this mean?
Regurgitate. Regurgitate.
Basically, it means repeated emotional response to what it thinks the world should be. Those desire will cloud your reality. This happens a lot of time when people are mixing policies and business. The number one thing clouding us from being able to see reality is we have pro-conscious notion of the way it should be. One definition of a moment of suffering is the moment when you see things exactly the way they are. This whole time you are being convicted your business is going great, and really you are ignoring the sign it not doing well. Then your business fails. I can't understand. The whole time you are being confident your business is doing great, and really you ignore the signs it's not doing okay, and you are suffering because you are being putting out reality. You are being hiding it from yourself. The good news is the moment of suffering when you are in the pain. It is a moment of truth. It is a moment where you are forced to embrace reality the way it actually is. Then you can make meaningful change and progress. You can only make progress when you are starting with the truth. The hard thing is seeing the truth. To see the truth, you have to get your ego out of the way, because your true ego doesn't want to face the truth. The smaller you can make your ego, the less confident co- condi- conditions you can make your reaction, the less desire you can have about outcomes you want, the easier it will be to see the reality. Let's read till here, I would say. Yeah. What will okay? What we wish to be true cloud, our perception. What's the time? Yeah. What will wish to be true clouds, our perception of what is true. Suffering is the moment when we can not longer deny reality of what is true, sir. Imagine we are going through something difficult like a breakup, a job loss, a business failure, or a health problem. Our friends are advising us. When we are advising them, the answer is obvious. It comes to us in a minute, and we tell them exactly how that girl over her, get over her. She wasn't good for you anyway. You will be happy. Trust me. You will find someone you knows the correct answer, but your friend can't see it because they are in the moment of suffer and pain. They are still missing reality and with different. What's different? The problem isn't reality. The problem is their desire is colliding with the reality and when, preventing them from seeing the truth. No matter no matter how much you say it, the same thing happens when I make decisions. The more desire I have for something to work out a certain way, the likely I am to see the truth, especially in business. If something isn't going well, I try to acknowledge it publicly, and I try to acknowledge it publicly in front of my co-founder and my friend's co-worker. Then I am not hiding it from anybody else. If I am not hiding it from anybody, I will not going to dilute myself from what actually going on. What you feel tell you nothing about the fact. It merely tell you something about your estimate of the facts. It's it actually really important to have empty space. If you don't have a day or two even every week in your calendar where you are not always in a meeting and you are not always busy, then you are not con- going to be able to think. You are not going to able to have a good idea for your business. You are not going to be able to make good judgments. I also encourage uh, taking at least one day a week, preferably two, because if you budget two, you will make end up one where you just have time to think. It's only after you bored you have the great ideas. Uh, it's never going to be when you are stressed or busy running around for rushing make the time. Very smart people tend to be weird since they intend on thinking everything through from themselves, thought from themselves. Okay. Counterance. I have to search this word. CONTRA or IA.
Contrarian.
Contrarian. A person who oppose or reject popular opinion or all current practice, especially in a stock exchange dealer. Not stock. A contrarian isn't one who always objects. That's a conformant conformist of a different sort, a contrarian reasons independently from the ground up and raise a person to conform. Science is easy. I have to search this word also. CYNICISM.
Cynicism.
Cynicism. And inclined to behave that person or motivated purely to self-intent. The school of and okay. Cynicism. Cynicism.
Cynicism.
Cynicism is easy. Uh, mimicry is easy. Optimistic, contrarian, or the rarest bread. Optimistic, contrarian. There are so many diagrams, but I can't understand what they want to say. Yeah. I would say that's it for today. We read till page number 100. We started from page number 82, I guess. Yeah. 83 from the, yeah, 83. Today we lot, I guess we did extra pages. Let me count the number of pages. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We just read 9 pages today. It's a little bit progress, I would say. So yeah, what the authors. So we completed a chapter and we started to a new chapter. This chapter name is Building Judgments. And so what the author said today. The problem is keep forgetting what I read in the starting. I'm just going in the flow of reading the book, not understanding what author is saying. I can understand, but like I forgot as soon as I move to the next line or the next paragraph. I don't know how to solve this, but yeah, I'm trying. Let me check once what he said before. So today author said, sorry. So the first author said about. So yeah, the first author said about lucky, how like luck matters or not, and he said four kind of lucky things, like how we can create luck, or we can surround us by lucky, like how we can make things luckier for our side. Like there are four kind of luck. First, being lucky from the starting. Second, going to a places or going to find some opportunity by which we can get lucky. A third is that being very much skilled enough to be luck to be very much skilled enough that other person have to come to you to complete their work. So like people will depend upon you. So other people think you are lucky enough to get this opportunity. I only remember this three luck. Another, he said like is- he- we should be very lucky enough to spot a thing in your industry, like where other people can't spot that thing. The lucky some lucky opportunities happening. These are the four things he told about luck. And next he talked about be patient enough. Like he just what does he so he said be patient enough, find the right thing what you want to do, and yeah, and just be patient and be consistent in doing that and improving our skills rather than going and networking with other people, just focusing on our stuff and doing consistently. And they say it's going to be very hardest thing you can ever imagine. And stop counting on things what you are doing, because if you start counting on things, you are never going to complete it. Like you are going to get after certain point of time, you're going to quit it. So instead of counting things, just be consistent enough and be patient enough to do things. Then the chapter was, and he started about talking about judgments. uh, what he said, why I keep forgetting things. As far as what I remember in this chapter, basically he said judgments. In this chapter he says mostly where like we have to, it's not about getting rich. After a certain amount of certain point of time, you will get rich and you can achieve all your materialistic or all your money problems. You can solve your all of your money problems by it. But your money can't never give you happiness. Rich people are not happy. They will get stuck in a loop where they are like anxiety, where of losing what they have earned so far, losing that money they have earned. And the best thing he's told, like instead of like while if you start earning money and stop improving lifestyle, improving or like stop increasing your lifestyle as you grow. Instead of stay there and improve your assets, like improve your wealth. After certain point of time, you will become rich enough. Next, he told that don't forget. Sorry, he said that. How can I articulate this? Yeah, basically, he said that start acknowledging your problems. Start acknowledging the reality. Start acknowledging what's happening in the reality, instead just thinking like my business is good, everything is going right. Stop thinking, start acknowledging your problems, so that you will be in reality and think, and you can face the problem, instead of going to lose it. So, and instead of just attending meeting every single day, or like working consistently every single day, give yourself time to understand the problem, and give 2 days or 1 or 2 days if, in a week, so you can think about your business and see what's really happening, and also think for new ideas. So yeah, that's it. He told, I think, till page number 100. I think we came half a way to be. I'm very happy that this is the first time ever I'm reading a book, a half a book. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for today. The video is long, lengthy enough, I would say. That's it for today. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye, guys.